Henry. I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
То есть выбора, я так понимаю, нету морального. Есть только моральный выбор. Правильно ведь? Даже... нет, все-таки есть. Ну вот, а я уже обрадовался. Так, я не знаю, надо ли ей это рассказывать. Все-таки вдруг она распереживается. И потом, короче, нервное расстройство и все такое. Но мне кажется, что это важно для нашего персонажа, поэтому мы расскажем о набеге.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Наверное, все-таки вот это.
A fellow by the name of Kunish owed money to father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep.
Эй, а еду-то куда? Еду оставь, ты.
I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Или это она себе принесла еды? Эх, похоже на то. А то мне как раз во мне пробудился ночной дожор. Вот, я уж подумал. Ну да ладно.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Да что ж такое-то? Все. Не дают поспать еще спокойно. То одна сначала пришла, то другой потом пришел. Вот дверь, отлично. Ой, блин, что это погодка какая-то прям совсем отстойная сегодня. Так. Иди на стену по лестнице у ворот. И поговори с сотником Вороком.
Maybe. Only all they have to do is lean on some Scarlet serf, and he'll happily tell them everything.
Aye.
Not that I'm spoiling for a fight, but if I have to choose a place for them, then right here behind solid walls is it.
Да.
Enough.
Мужик по ходу дела говорит. Чё как там? Ничего не видно вообще. Чё, погодка такая отвратная, что фиг чего разглядишь.
Hey, you men down there. Tell the people outside the walls to prepare for attack. Quickly, do you understand?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And Sir Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
I'll be with you.
Halt!
Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions! Who else, Rubber?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left a storm into the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Attay now!
Ну все, можно теперь пойти спать, а?
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled and report everything to me at once. Understood? Henry!
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch at the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid! And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Good luck to you.
Окейушки. Хотя, конечно, лучше бы наоборот. Сейчас я пошел бы поспать, а потом, когда погода хорошая, пришел бы кто-нибудь меня сменить. И вопрос. А где именно надо держать караул? Вот здесь именно прям? И что делать, если я увижу кого-то? Громко кричать и бить в барабан? А кто мне даст барабан? А у вас есть барабан? Никто не ответит мне на этот мой вопрос. Я хочу убедиться, что я все делаю правильно. Поэтому я зайду, пожалуй, сюда. Журнал. Занятия. Нет, не так. Нет, главное. Держи караул на крепостной стене. Хорошо. Оно активно сейчас ведь? Да, активно. Новое занятие? Что бы это ни значило. Ух ты, блин, вот глобальная карта выглядит прикольненько. А, да, вот мы были как раз в Скалице, проезжали мимо Ровны, видимо, ее сожгли. Но я, блин, так скакал, что прям... Даже не понял этого. Какое-то новое занятие непонятное. Надо будет потом сходить как-нибудь туда при случае. И все такое. А вот так мы можем, видимо, перемещаться между поселениями. Но сейчас, конечно же, нам не стоит это делать. Так, журнал.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
На самом деле нет. А, я понял.
Hey, watch it.
Вот здесь, кстати, ох ты ж, блин, а какая молния только что была. Вы видели это? Я надеюсь, что да. Значит, мне нужно подождать, говорите. А как подождать? Как подождать? Я проглядел, как подождать. А, вот, пропустить время. Буковка Е. Во, отлично. Давайте так и сделаем. Пропустим время. Сколько пропустим? 1 час. Давайте пропустим. Или нет? Ну хорошо, 2 часа давайте пропустим. Так, ну чё? Как дела, мужик? Видишь что-нибудь там на горизонте? Как так? 2 часа, а буря все не стихает. Ну, дождь стал потише идти. Но гром не перестал все еще. Ладно, подождем еще чутка. А?
Hey, watch it. I'll remember you. Damn.
Слышали?
What the hell?
Кто-то... Это сигнал.
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
Sweet Jesus. We're gonna end up like skeletons.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle where he has little chance of defense to another where he has even less? Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Ratzik Kobila is not a Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Мне сразу не понравился этот лысый мужик с усами, как у Розенбаума. Я сразу понял, что он тот еще. Ну, на самом деле, когда он еще убил родителей нашего героя, соответственно. Фух. Новое задание Марквард фон Аутлиц. Это все, конечно, хорошо, но я хочу есть. А с Якубовичем мы поговорим чуть попозже. Давайте пока, как говорится, надо занять место, чтобы урвать самый... О! Наверное, пожалуй, тогда некуда спешить, поем прямо из этого котелка. Чё так долго? Неужели он... Вы объелись. Теперь вы не будете голодать в течение гораздо более длительного времени, но вы будете неуклюжими, пока переварите еду. И значок свиньи. Да. Сытость 105. Ну хорошо. Ой. Ой, обожался-то как. Я прям иду даже медленнее, по-моему, чем обычно. Ладно, шутки в сторону. Борок Тальмбергский. Тальмбергский. Именно так.
Good day to you.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslaus's allies.
Where did these humans come from anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg, well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed. But it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad. These are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
Так. Ну, я не видел Кутна-Гору, к сожалению, но, возможно, первый вариант. Или второй.
I suppose because it has a strategic position and good fortifications, so it can be used as a base for raids, giving you control of the whole territory and good defenses too, if you need them.
Not at all. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed two birds with one stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
Мне все-таки нужно попасть в Скалицу.
So Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Пока, судя по всему, у нас больше шансов, если мы будем использовать этот способ диалога.
So Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
Ну вот.
May the Lord watch over you.
Интересно, если бы я выбрал бы другой вариант, он бы ответил то же самое или все-таки помог мне чутка? Даже не знаю. Это, к сожалению, так и останется тайной. Именно так. Что ты... Зачем ты пугаешь почем зря свою женушку? Ты... Зачем? Все будет хорошо, дорогуша.
Be a bit more careful.
Ладно. Все будет хорошо, не волнуйся, пожалуйста-то.
Sigismund's visit this morning was pretty alarming, wasn't it?
And no mistake. That army of his is enormous. It's a good thing Sir Divish is such a fine speaker, or they'd have squashed us like bugs.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Try Votava. He's as thin as a starving hound and about as cheerful. But he can get anything you want. I saw him by the local granary.
Я понял.
Take care.
Спасибо большое.
Did you see Vashek at the market the other day?
Нет.
Aye, he was looking mighty smug. Not his usual grouchy self at all. What's he so pleased about all of a sudden?
Haven't you heard? He's courting some wench on the side.
What?
Ну надо же.
You must be pulling my pizzle. There isn't a woman round here who'd look twice at that horny old goat. Excepting that vixen of his.
It's terrible what's going on in
but
our
she's
world
not
these
from
days.
round here. She don't live in the village.
Mark my words.
Maybe up
7
at the mill,
8.
or with the charcoal
Everything
burner.
points to it, can't you see?
No good will come of that. Bringing strange women into the village from God
Or
knows where.
harvest, and now we've
My
armies
very
invading
words.
and pillaging.
The neighbors are missing 2 hens already.
And we
Could
have
have been a
2
weasel.
popes. As in
Or
the
that
Roman.
weasel of a woman.
Aye.
Who knows what
We'll be
she's like?
stricken like
For all
Sodom and
anyone
Gomorrah.
knows,
I
she
pray
might
you're
be
wrong.
some wild woman of the woods.
Not likely. We've already got all the wild woodland women at home ourselves. Excepting Barshek. He's got a she-dragon.
Очень увлекательно и интересно. Я надеюсь, что они не про пана Вашика говорят, или как его там правильно зовут. А то у меня, блин, проблемы с этими чешскими именами, честное слово. Вот, надеюсь, что не про него. Потому что если про него, я бы на их месте не стал бы прям так на улице про это говорить. Вот, потому что сегодня ты говоришь на улице, а завтра ты уже говоришь не на улице, а в какой-нибудь темнице. В лучшем случае. Здрасте. Ой, как же я хочу спать, знали бы вы. Наверное, я именно этим сейчас и займусь. Вот. Именно так. То, блин, ночка выдалась... А? Факел? Возьму, пожалуйста, с собой. Если тебе нужен свет ночью, то воспользуйся факелом, удерживая один. Если же захочешь оставить левую руку свободной, например, для щита, то можешь выпить зелье сыч для более острого зрения в темноте. Ничего не напоминает, да? Напоминает это самое. Зелье из Ведьмака. Очень сильно. Ну ладно. Блин, ночка выдалась, конечно, вообще. И поспать не дали. И разговорами, так сказать, поотвлекали. И еще к тому же заставили на посту стоять в грозу. Вообще просто жесть. Я так устал, что, пожалуй, надо немножечко вздремнуть. Именно так.